President Muhammadu Buhari yesterday took the first step towards selecting his successor. He asked governors elected on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC at their much postponed meeting to allow him choose his successor. Vanguard reporters saw the governors leaving the meeting with long faces, an indication that they were not pleased with the development. However, the president at the meeting dug in by saying that since the party allowed the governors to pick re-election tickets or determine who would succeed them, they should give him the honor of picking his successor. The meeting was called for President Buhari to show his hand on his preferred successor and concretize plans for the party's presidential primaries slated for June 6th and 7th. The reasons for the governor's sad look are not far-fetched. Pointedly, the president asked them to allow him to pick his successor as they had been allowed to do in their various states. In essence, the party's flag bearer may emerge via consensus and the candidate may not be a serving governor. Meanwhile, the screening of presidential aspirants by the seven-man panel led by Chief John Odige Oyegu started on Monday and was being concluded at press time. The party has successfully established internal policies that promote continuity and smooth succession plans, even at the state and local government levels. For example, first-term governors who have served credibly well have been encouraged to stand for re-election. Similarly, second-term governors have been accorded the privilege of promoting successors that are capable of driving their visions as well as the ideals of the party. In keeping with the established internal policies of the party, and as we approach the convention in a few days, therefore, I wish to solicit the reciprocity and support of the governors and other stakeholders in picking my successor, who would fly the flag of our party for election into the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. President Buhari told the governors in a 12-point speech at the Pali. The president said that the party would present a candidate who would give the party a sense of victory and confidence and pleaded with the Progressive Governors Forum to align with the position of the party and ensure that the forthcoming convention to pick a presidential candidate reflects the values and virtues of the APC. However, some of the governors did not look bright after the meeting and declined every entry to talk to the State House correspondents who were anxiously waiting to hear the outcome of the parley. The president said he recognized the compelling need to provide stronger leadership to the party under the transition process and to ensure that it happens in an orderly manner. He affirmed that consultations will continue in the days leading to the national convention to ensure that all the aspirants are carried along. He said that the APC's focus is to remain on the changing dynamics of the nation's political environment, the expectations of the citizens and the global community, even as he emphasized the need for internal cohesion and a strong leadership brand for the party to achieve bigger electoral fortunes. Sources close to the presidency told Vanguard yesterday that President Buhari left with some members of his kitchen cabinet, ministers and governors, including a very loyal southern governor, for Spain to perfect the plan. The sources added that he will be coming back on Friday with a clear decision on the issue. It was gathered that President Buhari has recommended that the number of presidential aspirants going into the primaries should be reduced to a manageable figure, with the national chairman expressing the hope that aspirants could be pruned to 4. The manageable 4, sources told Vanguard, may be 3 aspirants from the south and 1 from the north, adding that Senate President Ahmed Lawan and Vice President Yemi Osibanjo may be among the 4. President Buhari's speech reads in part, "I'm delighted to address the gathering of the Progressive Governors Forum as part of the consultative process that have always strengthened the internal dynamics of our party, the All Progressive Congress. You will all recall that APC came to power at the center in 2015 through a cohesive machinery, notwithstanding its status as the opposition party. Similarly, in 2019, it was returned to power under my leadership because of the dividends of democracy delivered to Nigerians, irrespective of their political leanings. The party has since grown in strength and capacity to govern. The key to both electoral successes is the ability of the party to hold consultations and for its members to put the nation above other interests. The transition processes for the 2023 general elections have commenced in earnest, and I know that the most successful political parties globally have always relied on their internal cohesion and a strong leadership brand to achieve bigger electoral fortunes. Our party, the APC, shall not be any different. More so, we are still implementing the blueprint for a more prosperous nation. As I begin the final year of my second term as President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and leader of the party, I recognize the compelling need for me to provide stronger leadership to the party under this transition process and to ensure that it happens in an orderly manner. Such leadership is required so that the party remains strong and united. It is also needed to improve our electoral fortunes by ensuring that it retains power at the center, hold a great majority in various legislative chambers, and also gain additional number of states at state level. In pursuit of the foregoing objectives, the party has successfully established internal policies that promote continuity and smooth succession plans, even at the state and local government levels. For example, first-term governors who have served credibly well have been encouraged to stand for re-election. Similarly, second-term governors have been accorded the privilege of promoting successors that are capable of driving their visions as well as their ideas of the party. In a few days, the party will be holding its convention during which primaries would take place to pick the presidential flag bearer for the 2023 general election. This is a very significant process and its outcome should prove to the world the positive quality of the APC regarding democratic principles, culture, as well as leadership. As we approach the convention, I appeal to all of you to allow our interests to converge, our focus to remain on the changing dynamics of our environment, the expectations of our citizens, and the global community. Our objective must be the victory of our party, and our choice of the candidate must be someone who would give the Nigerian masses a sense of victory and confidence even before the elections. In keeping with the established internal policies of the party, and as we approach the convention in a few days, therefore, I wish to solicit the reciprocity and support of the governors and their stakeholders in picking my successor who would fly the flag of our party for election into the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. I wish to assure you that the consultations process should continue to ensure that all aspirants and stakeholders will be brought on board right through to the convention. This would also ensure that any anxiety occasioned by different factors is effectively brought under control and that our party emerges stronger. Speaking on behalf of the state governors, Governor Atiku Bangud of Kebbi State and chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum said the party must build on the successes of its recent elective convention and the primaries conducted so far and come up with a candidate who would walk in the footsteps of patriotism and love for the country, which Mr. President has shown, adding, we will support Mr. President to have a very successful convention.